Welcome to DeWitt Dunn Financial Services with your host, Cathy DeWitt Dunn.
And welcome back. I'm Cathy DeWitt Dunn. Thank you so much for joining us this wonderful St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're here in the studio. I've got Steve Ringo, and we actually have Russell Wilhite that's going to be joining us here in this segment. But you guys can't see this right now. But if you log on to DeWittandDunn.com and go to our radio show, you're going to be able to see this. So we're going to do a little jig with a little music in the background. Are you guys ready?
Let's do
it. Here we go. You can't see it, but it's pretty crazy.
It is.
Yes,
it is.
yes. And I think Russell actually has it a little bit better than the rest of us.
Well, Russell's a really good dancer.
Just had to check the YouTube video.
Well, let me just tell you something. We're glad that you're joining us today, and what a great show we're going to have. And, you know, if you can't have fun, go home. But talking about green, we're also going to talk about money and how to grow it safely and to make sure that your money is there later for retirement down the road. And Steve, wasn't that fun?
It was. And I know our listeners are extremely excited for the St. Patty's Day special.
Okay, see my jacket? I've got green.
You are. You're good to go.
Yeah. What happened to y'all?
I think I have some green on my socks, actually.
Well, let's see. Oh, my gosh, you do.
Right.
And Russell, what about you?
A little bit on my socks.
No
I guess.
green.
Even our engineer back in the studio, he has green. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining our show today. We just love what we do, and hopefully it comes across week after week. And after being on the radio for so many years, oh my gosh, almost 2 decades, and you're still having fun, you must be doing something right.
Good point.
Yeah,
I mean, we do have a lot of fun, that's for sure.
We had a lot of clients come in this past week, and it was a great week. We probably have about, 20 new clients this past week. That's pretty outstanding for just a week.
Yeah, it went by quick, that's for sure.
Russell's back in the office.
Back in the office, enjoyed some skiing with my mom. It was a good time.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that your mom went.
Yeah, she hasn't been in a while. She needed a little vacation, so it's good.
That's
so
great.
nice of her son to take her on a vacation, too.
Yeah, well, you know what? He had a hard time getting back. You were delayed a little, one day?
Yeah, the Colorado got pre-shut down with the weather earlier this week, so
That and the 737s.
Wow,
Yeah.
no doubt on that. Well, so what's everybody think of this market right now? It's a little crazy. We had, it's just been a little flat. The one thing I think that's interesting is we had a client that came in at the end of the week this past week it's like, Cathy, I'm tired of riding the market down. I'm tired of riding it up. I'm tired of riding it down and then riding it back up. And he goes, I'm just about even with what happened in December of 18. And he goes, that's not a good feeling. And we were just talking. He goes, and by the way, I'm at that magic age, almost 59 and a half, and I got let go from my company after all these years. And it's not a good feeling for people that are just retiring. Think about retiring, and all of a sudden they're faced with I worked my whole life, I'm close to 60, and I was in middle management, and now I got let go. We see that and hear that a lot with our clients.
We do, and it's crucial for you to have a plan in place that's built on safety, but also the upside potential in the event that the market still moves in a positive direction. Because we're going to talk about in today's show, ways for you to actually make good money when the market moves in a good direction.
That's a great point. One of the strategies that we're working with right now is amazing. We illustrate it just, most investors go like, if I'm going to move my money, that's going to be the day that the market's going to correct or something crazy is going to happen, or count on me that when I do something, the market's going to collapse. We always hear that from a lot of people, right? Well, how about starting off an illustration that you put your money in January 1st of 2000 and the market corrected that day, and your money happened to go into a new strategy. I'm sure that happened to a few people. We show starting off the first year in a negative environment, and then during a 10-year period, we had 4 negative years, and our average rate of return in a 10 most unfavorable period was 8.75% with no fee. That's a great strategy right there.
That is a great strategy, and it's not a strategy that you can get in Wall Street with 100% protection of principal and no fee. So when you combine all the value that this strategy has, it's really a perfect strategy for your retirement portfolio.
Yeah, and if you'd like to reach out to us today and get an illustration or come in and visit with us, we have offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, and in Houston, Texas, and we'd love to hear from you. If you go onto the internet and you are on our website, I should say, and you happen to see us jigging in the office, don't hold that against us. The number to reach us is 972 972-473-4700. That's 972-473-4700. And, one of the things that I really like about this particular strategy, it's pretty exclusive. So there's not many advisors out there. It's a limited distribution channel, especially for people that have large IRAs, and anybody that has accounts over $500,000, you get a bump and an increase on that rate. And that's very attractive for our high net worth clients.
It definitely is. I'll tell you real quick, our audience, about a recent client meeting that I had where the advisor took the illustration that I had given him, and he brought it to his advisor, and his advisor says, wow, 8.75, I only have 4.65 here. Yeah, you should go ahead and go with that other group because they're able to guarantee your principal, give you the ability of higher returns and access of your money.
And I think that's just outstanding. It just reminds me of the days when the markets were pretty volatile and the big box brokerage firms don't have these strategies. They just don't have access to them. So if you really sit there in front of your advisor and he's a fiduciary, right? And they don't have these strategies, they're going to be pretty hard pressed to say that's not the right thing for you to do.
Right.
And, we had a couple of people that came in with IRAs over $1 million, and they're not going to take any withdrawals, and to be able to see, and the worst 10-year period that your money shows illustrated at $2 million on $1 million, and you're over $2 million at the end of 10 years with no fee. These aren't get rich quick, but they're not get poor fast. So if this market corrects, you know that your principal's guaranteed. You have access after 30 days to your money if you needed to take a withdrawal. So on $1 million going in, you have access immediately after 30 days to $100,000. That's a great feeling, especially, people always have bad luck, they think, with investing. That's when the market's going to correct. Well, if the market goes down and you have $1 million, you still have $1 million at the end of the strategy period with us, and you have access to $100,000 with no fee. And it illustrates that way.
It does. So for everybody that's out there, pick up the phone, give us a call. We'd love the opportunity to visit with you. Russell is our first line of defense. You'll give a call to the office.
I don't know. He actually jigged a little bit better than us, so he might have another career.
Okay, maybe I'll be answering the phones this weekend when you call. That is 972-473-4700, 972-473-4700.
Yeah, that might be true.
It's been pretty exciting. You guys have been really busy. There's a lot of people calling in and want to find more about these plans. And like you said, you're two of 500 advisors in the nation that
I think
can
it's 1,000 now. 1,000. But that's still a limited number when you take a look at, how many advisors are across the nation, right?
Absolutely. So it's been exciting just to talk to all our listeners and set up these meetings for Cathy and Steve. And I know that everyone's really enjoyed seeing these numbers and seeing these average rates of return.
Yeah, and the other thing is, you can log on to our website. We've had David Wood from Lincoln on our radio show with us a few times, and you can get some of the content from that radio show. It's available to you right now, and you can listen to it. The other thing is, too, remember we had Tucker Carlson on our radio show a couple of months back? Well, we received some more books, and it's a great book. So if you are interested in getting his most recent book, we have more available for you. And I think also on our website, we have the interview with Tucker, and I'm going to be seeing him again next month. But give us a call today. Ship's a Fool. Everybody knows that was a great book, bestseller. We have more available, and the book is free, no cost or obligation. And by the way, we have so many of them that we receive that we would love to send them to you. The number to reach us today is 972-473-4700. Again, that's 972-473-4700. 4,700, and I'm really excited about going back out to his studio. I believe it's the week of April the 10th.